Good evening, poetry fans. Welcome to Poetry News. The remnants of her yellowed hair were too weak to hide her sinkhole cheeks from the breeze of our approaching night bus. Her 20 going on cold turkey bones, rising and falling with a moving mouth silenced by the idling of the engine. Her worn-to-waffen yellow tracksuit is almost two-dimensional on her stick limbs, and twig fingers fumble change against the hissing open door. The suburban 1 a.m. sky. Eyes falling pair by pair as they see her through the window. Into phones with and without battery. Writing real and fake messages. Don't talk to me. Possessions repositioned for maximum don't sit here. Please. A jagged urgency bouncing off the stop bells, ding at our shrinking comfort zones, hitting our bones in waves as she stumbles at the empty priority seating right in front of me. A moving mouth silenced by the idling of our conscience. Does anyone have change for the bus? I really need to get home. Held in a hush by a helplessness and the fear on her breath, our hearts in sync with the engine vibration, my hands not prepared for this situation. Please! Someone finally fumbles, and I do too. Finding a pound and a penny, telling us sorry, it's all I have on me. Not sorry for the bones and the pity blue veins overpowering her punctured skin. Although it took two pleas for someone to break from a phone with or without battery. Writing real and fake messages of don't talk to me. A moving mouth silenced by the scorn of the delayed as she rests her stretched and sagging forearms on the back of the seat in front of me. And the potholes swing us in unison. I see the bruising and our malnutrition, ding in every pitfall of our spineless bellies on our bared yellow teeth. But my shrunken comfort zone doesn't think to ask her if she'll be okay. I need to pay you back. I need to. Ding, she fires at me suddenly, my attempts at kindness bouncing off the half-unzipped caves where her neck should be, and every time I tell her she doesn't, she fumbles a crumpled 10 or 20 from her pocket at the now hissing open door our other benefactor quietly departs from. Almost one for all the spinal bones pushing through her top, ding as she saves them from the half-crushed cans on the floor. Eyes in phones with and without battery, see her shove them all right at me, see me close my hands and cover my pockets as if they've seen this exact scene time and time and time again. I want to stop her, to calm her motion blur, but I cannot move anything in case I accidentally hit her. Ding, please! I say, keep your money. I want you to get home safely. I want to get home safely, and that calms her just enough. Just slightly. But my shrunken comfort zone still doesn't think to ask her if she'll be okay. Or if she can eat those bones away, or if home is even a safe place to stay. Because they don't know what I would do if she told me. Ding. Me this time. Telling myself that she'll be fine because my shrunken comfort zone wants this to stop when the bus does. Ding. As she pulls her bones up by the stop bell. Ding. As if she's getting off too. Ding. And I don't know how to be alone with her in the streetlit stillness we've been cutting through. Ding, please, she says. Ding. Can I have a hug? I see the worst of myself when I assume the worst in her. But I try to wrap my shrunken comfort zone around her bones tightly enough to mean something, and gently enough to protect her from her pain and protect her for a moment from the cracks we let her fall through. But my shrunken comfort zone still doesn't think to ask her if she'll be okay as I tell her again to get home safely and head alone to the dark breeze outside the hissing open door. my hair too meek to hide my hapless cheeks from the breeze of her departing night bus. Her 20 going on frailty bones, falling and falling with a moving mouth silenced by downward pairs of eyes. In phones with and without battery, writing real and fake messages. Don't talk to me.
Thank you, Martin. Can you tell our viewers a little more about that poem? Specifically, what inspired it and how did you go about writing a poem of that nature?
Yeah, of course. I was up at the Edinburgh Festival 2018 and I was just on, been to some events on the night bus going back, and really the story played out basically as I tell it in the poem. And, it was a really obviously difficult moment. I think what made it the most difficult was how sort of not unprepared in the sense of unwilling, but how unprepared me and everyone else on the bus was to essentially have a situation like that happen. And what I wanted to highlight more than anything in that poem is the amount of inequality, the amount of injustice, the amount of help that people need that they're not getting. And it can be very difficult to write a poem like that whilst telling the point, but also not objectifying the people involved in it. And I performed it a number of times. I've done various versions to get it to that point, and hopefully I've got the balance right, and I hope that they're okay.
So your style could be described as indirectly political?
No, I've never heard that said before, but I guess you could. I'd say if you read the book, it's obvious what my political views are. And, much like a lot of poets, I want to do my bit to try and fix all the injustices that are going on in the world. But some poets are amazingly good at writing these kind of super direct poems that just kind of smash through a problem. And I've never really been able to write poems in that way, but I like to think that I do those poems in my own way, and I still give those same positive messages, but just in my own way.
Thank you very much, Martin. If you would like to get a hold of Martin's book, then it is available here. And if you'd like to get in touch with Martin, then you can get in touch with him here. Just leaves it for me to say, from all of us at Poetry News, thank you for watching. We hope you stay safe and well. Until the next run.